Alright, so how you guys doing? So today I'm going to answer the question from my request. I said if you want to ask me anything about sex, we're going to talk about it. So today I'm talking about sex transmutation. Now the first video I shot about this, I was talking for like 30 minutes and that's way too long. So I'm going to cut this one real short compared to that. So here we go. So, and I'm trying not to talk fast. But sexual transmutation is the ability to transform your sexual energy into another state and be used for something else. All right, now here's the quick version of that understanding. When you make love, when you have sex with somebody who's meaningful, right, normally afterwards you feel empowered, you feel energetic, you feel confident, you feel like you can conquer and take on the world. You feel the stresses of the world off you and that you can do whatever it is that you set your mind to. All right, you can. But the problem is that we don't transmute the energy because we don't put the action behind it. All right. So if you got that great business idea, or better yet, let's say you're that salesperson. If you're a salesperson and you're going out to make sales and every day your sexual energy is bottled up because you're not getting the sexual connections that you need or looking for at your level, then you go out to make a sale, your energy is low. All right. Your third eye energy is low. Which is important for a salesperson. Your communication energy is incredibly low and you're not able to make those sales. But I had a salesperson who worked for me, and when I tell you him and his wife shared a romantic love affair that made me jealous on a daily basis, that dude was my #1 sales guy. His ability to speak to the need of the client was so amazing, and one of the things he always attributed to his wife. Now, I didn't know I knew on the surface, I could see the relationship they had, but I don't know how deep it was. But what I can tell you that this man wanted for nothing as far as his sex life was concerned. And because of that, he was my #1 salesperson, and he generated over $300,000 a year in commission. Okay. Now, on the other hand, I've seen people whose sex life was horrid, where they weren't fulfilled, where they were always strained and their sex energy was blocked, and they went from job to job, from failure to failure. Right? And that was horrible as well. I saw that, and there's not a lot you can do with it. Every day his mind was cluttered with sexual thoughts and sexual frustration, and he couldn't focus on his work. That's what that's why I'll say it's neither good nor bad, because how it's used, it can destroy you. Now, here's the thing. Let's say you are able to do well at whatever job or talent or whatever you have, that's fine. But if your sexual energy is a block, then what you're doing well, you could be doing great. Let me say it again. What you're doing well, you could be doing great. But your energy is blocked. Now, to truly understand this energy, you need to understand alchemy and you need to understand tantra. Those are two basic things that you should understand in order to move forward. Now, I can find this in the Christian Bible. I can find this in the Quran. I can find this in the Buddhism. You can find these same teachings in all of them. But we're just going to stick to the core that really talks about it, which is alchemy and tantra. Now, in alchemy, it talks about transforming lead into gold, the philosopher's stone. But the true understanding of the philosopher's stone is not the literal lead into gold, but transforming your thoughts from lead to gold, transforming your heart from lead to gold, transforming your spirit from lead to gold, transforming your soul from lead to gold, so that everything you do is gold, the purest of metals. All right, that's what it's about. So, your sexual energy, when you make love to someone and that energy radiates, and it's the most powerful energy that you have within you, it allows for the other chakras to open up. This is where Tantra comes in. It allows the other chakras to open. Now, you do have a base, a foundation chakra. That's the first one. You open that one. The next one is your sacral chakra, which is your sexual chakra, which is the most powerful. Once that one is open, it allows for your power to come out. It allows for your heart to love. It allows for your communication, your throat chakra to communicate. It allows for your third eye to have the imagination, and it allows for your crown chakra to connect to the all, connect to God, connect to the universe. All right, it allows for connections. But if the sacral chakra is blocked, then those things, you can use them, but you're using them at the very minimum. At the very minimum. And some people's minimums are great. Some people minimum get them to the presidency. Some people minimums they become, you know, millionaires and billionaires. Some people minimums, they start companies. Some people minimums have great families and raise great children. Some people minimums are amazing compared to everybody else's. But if those people minimum was allowed to become their greatness, what would they have accomplished? I was told one time that success is not you compare what you've done compared to the next guy, but it's what you've done compared to what you could have done. What you've done compared to what you could have done. So opening your sexual chakra and being able to transmute that energy throughout the other chakras allows you the ability to fully obtain your greatness. This is what Napoleon Hill was talking about. See, Napoleon Bonaparte was able to conquer all of Europe when he had Josephine as his wife and his sacral chakra was open. And trust me, Napoleon Bonaparte was a student of the mystery schools and understood alchemy and tantra. But he was able to do that when that chakra was open. Henry Ford and his wife, his sacral chakra was open, and he was able to build the Ford company that would make him richer than anybody who is alive today if you take his fortune and put it in today's standard. He was able to do that because of the love affair between him and his wife. Okay, King Tut was able to do that because of the love affair between him and his wife. All right, that's how that works. That love affair allows for that. And ladies, I'm not going to leave you out. I want you to go look up Hatshepsut. She is one of the greatest pharaohs in Egypt and built Egypt into a powerhouse. But she had her sacral chakra was open because her and Semut, her chief engineer, had a love affair that allowed her to flow the energy from her sacral chakra all the way up. You know, so her kundalini was completely open. This is this is the sexual transmutation. This is the understanding that Napoleon Hill couldn't talk about in detail in public back in his day because it just wasn't allowed. It wasn't accepted. But today we can. You know, American society has been pushed down so much when it comes to sex, made such a taboo that we don't talk about these things. You know, we don't want our teenagers to do it, but you just got to teach them the right way, and that there's a time and there's a place and there's a person, all right, that you know, get involved with for these things. Unfortunately, we're not taught that. So now as adults, we don't know how to use it. We think that our sexual energy, we just use it, we brighten it, we glow it, we're with that person, and then we just let it filter away. We don't utilize it. We don't transmute it into creating a business. We don't transmute it into building a greater relationship with our families. We don't transmute it into building civic organizations. We don't transmute it, you know, into writing that great novel, into writing that great poetry. If you really look at it and talk to someone who's a great writer and poet, I guarantee you the poets who are the most successful are the ones who have written after making love. Intense love. Now you will have some great poetry that can be written without it, because if that sexual energy is blocked and you're frustrated, trust me, you can write some great frustration poetry or from frustration books, and you can go out and destroy some things. If your sexual energy is blocked, you can go out and destroy some other people's marriages, destroy some other people's lives, create businesses that destroy other people. You can do that when it's blocked as well. That's why earlier I said it's not good nor bad. Okay, it's just, it is. It just exists. But it's up to you to understand it and utilize it so that it can exist properly for you. You see, if you are not with somebody who you're sexually compatible with, then you won't be able to fully access your sacral chakra. And then the mistake that happens after that in your frustration is you go find somebody outside that relationship when you should just end that relationship and then start over and find somebody who understands and know where you are when it comes to your sacral chakra, when it comes to your sexual energy. Right? And then that person also need to have the mindset so that you can have that mastermind group between each other, that when we release and when we create and release this sexual energy, we will move it into this realm of our lives to create a stronger unity with each other, or to create this business, or to create this household, or create this organization, or write this book, or whatever you decide to come into a mastermind with that person to accomplish. That's all. And I'm going to leave you with this. There's a scripture. You're not going to find it in your canonized Bible, but it is one from the library of Nag Hammadi. It says that, and I'm paraphrasing the whole thing, that when you have a husband and wife who have a mastermind about one thing, that there is absolutely nothing in this world that could stop them, and there's nothing in this world that they can't do. So think about that for a minute. If you're married, if you and your husband mentally have a mastermind group and sexually are exploring your energies and expounding upon them, there is absolutely nothing in this world that y'all can't accomplish.